Hi everyone, behind me you can see the small gathered crowd of anti-fracking protesters from Barton Moss and beyond. And I'm happy to announce that both Tristan and Dan had their cases dismissed for insufficient evidence, or in other words, the trumped up charges against them by the IGAS security guards were bollocks. Anyway, it's good that, you know, justice has prevailed, but what is sad is just the continued police cars going round and round and looking at the protesters. Anywho, good news, and it's sunny. Alright, you know, the truth is so boring, so we're going to report on this as if it's a lie. Well, it is a lie. Okay, right. You may have seen around the UK a bunch of these tall, kind of cotton bud shaped, kind of grey structures that just kind of stick up and don't seem to do anything. Well, I've managed to catch the Illuminati red-handed. What these things actually are, ladies and gentlemen, are mind control radio devices. You see, here's one cut up, and you can see all the wires going to these high frequency radio waves, sending out gamma rays, alpha rays, theta waves. And what it is to do is, because too many of you are actually watching Alex Jones and David Icke videos, and you're waking up to the fact that I am a reptile, that the world itself, you know, Gaia, planet Earth, is actually a lizard. And so we need to use these powerful, powerful radio waves to keep you controlled. You know those goddamn Americans, they have Route 66, of which they're so proud, and they're such a proud Christian nation. Well, Great Britain, as a Luciferian satanic nation, we got a 66, but we have a Route 666. I don't believe there's only two options in terms of reality. You've got on the one side the religious personal god. There's a white man with a beard on top and he knows everything you do, kind of like Santa Claus. And on the other side you have the reductionist materialist guys who say that we live in a purposeless universe with no higher consciousness or higher power. I say fuck that, step out of the Hegelian dialectic and think of something else. The Salfordian pentagram, hail Lucifer. And the octopus, I mean jellyfish, I mean fish, I mean angelfish, I mean turtle, I mean treasure chest, you know. Okay, this one's for JD in Toronto. Anyway, jellyfish, octopus, stingray, turtle, tortoise, turtle, and what the fuck is that? It's like a satanic blue Michelin man. I think it's meant to be a prawn or a lobster. I don't know. You see, dangerous Western propaganda, you have shower, and young blonde homosexual will appear in your shower and rape you in the bottom. Dirty Western capitalist pigs. Hi everyone, behind me is the Swinton Town Hall, but if you're going to Google it, Swinton Civic Centre. And this Saturday, the date, what the fuck, today's the 14th, so Thursday 15th, Friday 16th, Saturday the 17th of May, there's going to be a big meetup here. I've not organised it, I'm piggybacking on it, but it's a multi-faceted protest, resistance thing. It's anti-council tax, it's anti-fracking, it's anti-police brutality, and I guess a celebration of what it means to be human. So everyone that watches my videos, if you're in the area, and even if you're not in the area, I will be here from midday onwards, 12 o'clock, to speak to everyone, to shoot video, to just basically amass and meet people and socialize. So come along, Saturday the 17th, I believe it was. Well, anyway, this Saturday, here, midday. I just want to thank everyone who writes to me. I read every single message, and I hope you understand if I don't write back. It's not that I'm not, you know, responding. I am responding internally. It's just that who has the time to respond to 50 messages a day, as well as raise children. But anyway, we're here at the sunny Salford City Council, and I want to have this as a backdrop because so many people write to me and ask, oh, I've got a parking ticket, oh, I've got a court date, oh, the police tried to search me here, what do I do, what do I do? Well, all I'll say is you know what to do deep inside. You're a free human being. You are literally the culmination of billions of years of kind of universal evolution. So do what you must, and you will have the consequences if you must. Anyway, I'm a bit tired of kneeling down, so don't let the control freaks control you, you know, because everyone has the has something amazing deep inside them, and you know, it might even help awaken them if you actually stand up for yourself and don't get pushed around. And yes, here's the scene where the anti-fracking protesters shut down the town hall and got arrested. Poor guys. Something very embarrassing happened in the last couple of days here in Great Britain. We've all seen the forward. If you're British, you'll have seen that fake 10 great reasons to vote for UKIP, United Kingdom Independence Party, the purple and yellow things, and a UKIP councillor, a local councilman, like here in this government building behind me, it's mostly Labour councillors, and they all, I mean, I don't mean to be weird when I say this, but they all seem to be really angry looking obese 50-year-old women with like terrible hairstyles and even more ridiculous kind of golden hoop earrings. Anyway, enough of that. But very embarrassingly here in Britain, 2 police officers turned up at a house of a man who tweeted a joke poster, a joke political poster. And it wasn't so much for them to force him to take it down, which is one like kind of Stalinist level too far, but they were like, "Sir, please take this down. We can ask you to take it down. We are the British police." And so it's a big issue that I encounter often when I'm filming out and about, is that criminal police who uphold the criminal law, that's all they're allowed to do. They're not allowed to do civil law, and they're certainly not allowed to do morality, but they start saying, "Oh, can you please leave this area? Let's do this, let's do that, take this down from Twitter." And I'm sorry, pigoids, like, fuck off. You don't actually have a right to tell people how to behave. If they break the law, then that's the game. Do what you must, but don't tell people how to behave. Okay, we're here on Swinton Precinct, which is a kind of poor area, as I've said a million times before. Sorry, where is it? Just there, you can see an ad, a bit kind of stand with 2 people in suits selling credit cards by a bank called Vanquish Bank. And what they specialize in is giving credit to people who have county court judgments or bad credit ratings, or if you've ever defaulted on a debt in the past and there's a big black mark against your name, Vanquish Bank will give you a credit card. And the annual percentage rate is 40%, which is only 80 times the Bank of England base rate. But it just makes me think about the predator society. You know, the banks will try and say, yeah, this is helping the poor, they can manage their finances better. But we all know, isn't it? It's predatory behavior, isn't it? Predators. Don't know if any of you managed to watch that show Coppers on, I think it was Channel 4 last night, around 10 PM. It was basically an expose of Greater Manchester Police, in particular the Territorial Assault Unit. Is that what they're called? The TAU? And these guys are well trained, they have like training facilities with people with baseball bats attacking them when they fight back. They all seem to be roid heads, like big steroid headed, you know, small peanut, no, sorry, cut! No, but really, these are big guys in the police, and they get sent out. And the example they used was Bolton, which I was yesterday actually. There was the English Defence League, a bunch of like kind of football hooligan skinhead idiots versus United Against Fascism, which, as one of the coppers described it, was mostly university students, you know, waving banners. But the police, the big TAU guys, they interviewed them, they're like, yeah, we're here for a bit of sport. We could just move people peacefully, but we want some arrests. We want to fucking get stuck in. And I quote, unquote, exactly what they're saying. And I've been saying this for months, for years actually. You cannot police civil protests with the same police that go and do football violence or mass viciousness, you know? Because they bring that energy to kind of, you know, peaceful protesters and start smashing skulls in. And my Exhibit A, Your Honour, is Barton Moss. How many arrests? 50 arrests, 75 arrests. Every single one of them unnecessary, because the police are just testosterone fueled, steroid headed, overclocked chimpanzees just like everyone else. And maybe it's why I'm an anarchist. I don't know. Anyway, that's that. Just keeping an eye out. Just keeping an eye out. It's keeping a surveillance on the people coming in and out. Bank, and someone's accurately put a snake on the Lloyd's logo. So many people ask, like, is it possible to be enlightened and still have a life of drama and chaos and killing and fighting and fucking and relationships and failed relationships and friendships and striving and passion? And the answer is, of course. By becoming enlightened, I'm not saying I am, but if one becomes enlightened, it means that you understand how the game works. It doesn't mean that you want to play the game any less. It just means that you can maybe relax a little and not have so much anxiety and stress hormones in your system. That's it. Salford City Council car park, and I don't know about you, but if I believed in government, I'd like my government employees to be paid a relatively low wage, because surely the joy of being a civic person, of helping out society, should be enough. But what we're going to do, we're going to have a look at some cars here in this car park, and you guys answer the question in the comment section. Should they be allowed to afford these cars on a left-wing statist salary? Exhibit 1, Jackie 85N, personal license plate on one of the top-of-the-range leather-clad interior Range Rover Evokes. Golf GTI, again with personal license plate. BMW X5. Brand new Mini. 1-year-old Audi Q7 S-Range. Estimated initial price £55,000. Top-of-the-range personal license plate Audi TT S Edition. Brand new Audi A4 S Edition with personalized license plate. Mercedes E-Series E-Class, 1-year-old. Brand new Volkswagen Sirocco with personalized license plate. What do you guys think? Should people who work for Salford City Council really be buying these cars? How much are we paying these fuckers? Well, don't pay tax. I don't pay tax, and you don't have to be part of this. You don't have to be part of this. Okay, we're here, well, basically I'm on one of the main thoroughfares here in Swinton. There's the staff car park for the Salford City Council government building. But I just wanted to show you guys, like directly opposite, like here in the center of town, there's a massive kind of Christian cult sect thing. I mean, are these Mormons or are they Jehovah's Witnesses? I don't know. Let me take a guess. Salt Lake City, Mormons. This is like the Book of Mormon. Anyway, all I know about these guys is that they walk around wearing suits. They're mostly American young guys in their early 20s. They call each other Brother Eli, Brother Elohim, Brother Jacob, Brother thing like that. And they go around in their black suits convincing vulnerable people to become Mormons. And all I know about Mormonism is that, and I think this is a fact, you're not allowed to have a blood transfusion if you're dying. I mean, that sounds wonderful, just die. The little blonde policewoman there going around with her minion, and what they're doing, because you're not allowed to drink alcohol in public in Manchester, she's going around confiscating the beers off normal people having a drink in the sun. Anywho, if we come over here, we've now got 3 of Her Majesty's finest hog-tying this young man, going through his telephone, putting it back in his pocket. Sorry, we're in public. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Asda. This is a division of Walmart. It's also Britain's biggest supermarket. Go figure, huh? Okay, we're going to try and get this shot in like 10 seconds. Okay, can you see? I'm on Asda Wi-Fi. Is that focusing? No? Anyway, I just want to show you how Asda's blocks YouTube. It's a bit embarrassing. Anyway, bear with me. Okay, we're in Asda, blah blah blah, there you go, big Asda. And I just want to show you here, if we have a look at this, what do we got here? Let's see, here's my thingy. Let's bring up a bit of Google, oh, hold on. Let's bring up a bit of Google Chrome. And where are we? Let's try, enough of the Russian energy embargo, let's try going to good old YouTube. Look at that, YouTube. Are you guys ready? EE. Oh, YouTube. Nope. Blocked. Takes me to Asda. You see that? But if I'm feeling a bit silly and I want to go on to, say, the Sun website and have a look at some page 3 titty. See, does it block that? Does it block the Sun? No! I'm on the Sun. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Good old YouTube. Anyway, there's me on the camera. Can you see me? Good old Asda thinks that the world's most popular website is dirty. But you can go to the Daily Sport or the Sun and have a look at some titty. There you go. Okay, we're just in the most depressing market area in the whole world. This is the rundown one-horse town where the horses died market area of Swinton precinct. But anyway, easy smoke. You're all seeing this, aren't you, everywhere? Blah, blah, blah. Nicotine patches. But my favorite bit, I'm sure the canny amongst you have already spotted it, when even the universe itself is not safe, when even life itself could not be called 100% safe, yet using these electronic nicotine you know, devices are 100% safe. What, you know, 100% safe, what that actually would mean is that as you use this electronic device, it actually pauses reality itself. Because the only way anything can be 100% safe is if it actually stops the movement of space-time. You see, in here is where a bunch of people from Barton Moss were kept for many, many hours. It's my opinion, and that of many people in the media and other commentators online, is that Barton Moss could have been policed without a single arrest. And it's just quite embarrassing to see British police officers act as if they were, you know, Egyptian military police on the streets of Cairo. It just shouldn't happen. And the irony as well with this poster here saying, don't do domestic violence. Where is it? I need to think backwards here. There you go. Don't do domestic violence when, what is the police force except a giant domestic violence unit? Still in the police station here at Swinton. It was interesting. I went to the desk over there. You have to press this button over here to get access because, you know, this is the Wild West. It's not a civilized country in a civilized European Union. No. Anyway, I went to the lady at the desk. I explained who I was and how I wanted to film in the waiting room. And the first thing she goes, right, I'm gonna have to take your details. And then, like, in a very military fashion, she gets her pen out. She goes, right, name. And I was like, no. So then she's like, I'm gonna go speak to the supervisor. You know, it's only fair that everyone, the public, is allowed to film inside the police station. But I think one reason they don't do it is because it's very boring. Alright, I've been waiting at the police station for a good 15 minutes now. She's gone to get the supervisor to see if I'm allowed to film in there. And this is just one other professional way the police will deal with legitimate concerns or questions, is that they'll just fucking ignore you. For example, the Hillsborough disaster. Ignore them for 25 years, let half the family members die, and then have some silly little inquest. You know, the police are just like everyone else. Everyone else, the same problems, the same family problems, the same drug problems, the same fucking madness problems. Just that they get given a funny uniform and that they think they're a cult or a gang. But the good news is, ladies and gentlemen, the good news is they have chains around their necks a lot bigger than the members of the general public. You as a member of the public can pretty much run around and you don't have any regulations on you so much as just a few laws, where if you know the laws you can bend them and run around them quite happily. But police officers, everything they do is robotic, it's red tape, it's cyborg, it's doing it by the book, and this is why they can come across as inhuman. And also, you give a man who's pumped up on testosterone dealing with like nasty junkies and crimes and rapes and murders, you give him a truncheon and you point him at some peaceful hippies and he ends up being violent towards them. Great Britain. Dear Jesus, I'm sorry they crucified you, and I'm also sorry I've never visited my local church here in Swinton. But there's a first time for everything, and I just wanted to show you all the beautiful structures that exist in here now. It looks like something out of Terminator Salvation. Look at that. Have you ever seen a church scaffolded like that? Hi guys, sorry to disturb you. I just do videos out of it. Is it okay if you guys appear on video? Is that alright? Thank you. Anyway, there's a lovely group of people here, including the father, the priest, and by the looks of things, they're drinking some monk's concoction. Look at them all drinking. It's not even midday, madam, and you're drinking wine. Oh yeah. That's a screwdriver, that's a vodka orange there.
She wishes.
She wishes. Anyway, I just wanted to see the church. Is there, if I walk down? Thank you very much. Cheers, guys. Okay, we're here in the Swinton church, which has appeared in a few videos, as I've said. And the priest, I don't know what they call them, the father, the reverend, he's like, yeah, film around, like film as much as you want, like no problem. And I just want to compare the Jesus house, you know, that this is, to all the different companies out there that are fucking terrified the moment, dear Jesus, I'm sorry for swearing, that they are effing terrified the moment you shine a camera. But you come into somewhere nice like this with stained glass windows and, you know, Jesus stuff, and they're like, yeah, film. Maybe they're trying to brainwash me. Alright, this is the most fun I've had for free in ages. I've jumped over a fence into an abandoned government building site, and there's just one little guy, where is he? There. This little guy here, who's like on the timer, he points in 3 different directions, and I'm directly underneath him, so he can't see me. But he likes to go in that direction there for a while, and then when he turns, I've got a bit of time to then run to that corner of the building there to get around the back. Okay, I've had time to run to the back of this thing. I think the camera saw my face. Let's see if we can capture the camera with my camera. There he is. Is he shining at us? No. Anyway, some people have spotted me from a window, so I've had to give them a big gormless smile and point at my camera and say, I'm doing a film! Because I am running around the site that's under CCTV and hiding. Doesn't look good. Okay, we're at the back of the abandoned building. I just want to show you just how close we are. Let me just get over to the fence. Just want to show you how close we are to Swinton police station. That's it there. And there you can see a parked police car. And that's that. Do not use the lift. Okay. First floor. It's kind of what you'd expect. Cool space. Ooh. Dangerous. In fact, I probably shouldn't be in here. Anywho. Okay, now we do surveillance on the surveillance. Let's see if they can see us. I don't think so. Nope. He's still doing his thing. And now, the second challenge, because that is connected to the Swinton CCTV controller, because it's the exact same type of camera that I was worrying about at the council. I'll see if I can get back out of this complex without being spotted. Should be quite easy. I played enough Metal Gear Solid. I found the way to get to the roof. Can you see that there? It's locked off at the bottom by a big fence. But I reckon if I follow around on this floor, where I am here, you know, go around there, I can... But there's only one problem, guys. I mean, I'm playing the whole avoid CCTV camera game, and at the top of the stairs, there's that big-ass camera pointing straight at it. I guess what I'm going to have to do, because this is all going to be posted on YouTube anyway, is just bite the bullet. Just fucking show my face to the big CCTV. You remember that sequence in E.T. or the start of Outbreak? Is that what it was called? Dustin Hoffman? Anyway, you put on your biohazard suit in there, and then you go into that xenomorph contagion unit. This is a Mancunian security. You'll try opening it in the dark, you cut yourself and get typhoid. I meant tetanus.